I'm going to talk about occurring patterns. So there's some negative PNAs, so but now. So still some negative PNA, but weaker. So next 24 hours, gonna be 4 p.m. There's some positive PNA. Let's see, and stronger positive PNA that passes through Toronto. So let's go to 7 p.m. A little bit off. Let's go to 98 hour again, then we go to 7 p.m., 114 hours. So this is a positive PNA, but weaker PNA. Weaker positive PNA. So let's look at the pressure pattern. So I didn't open two things at a time. So 1 p.m., there's no pressure anywhere. 1020 millibars pressure is in Toronto, the strongest you could get. So this should be in New York. Like New York pressure, barometric pressure, somewhere in Northwestern, anywhere close in like Southern Ontario is going to affect in Southern Ontario. So that's wrong timings. So this 120 millibars of pressure affecting Toronto. So let's go to 7 p.m. November 25th. 1012 millibars of pressure is in affecting Southern Ontario. It's 1011. So let's go to next 7 p.m. This some 1000 millibars versus actually 1004 millibars versus affecting Toronto. So next hour, 7 p.m. There's some 1000 and let's use 1008 millibars of pressure affecting Southern Ontario. Actually 1006 affecting Toronto. So next 24 hours. 7 p.m. There's some 1022 millibars pressure affecting Toronto. So let's look at the precipitation pattern. So 1 p.m. today, nothing else. 7 p.m. there's nothing else. So 7 a.m. there's nothing else. 1 p.m. something shows up. So Scarborough, Stouffville, downtown Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Mississauga, Brampton, Orangeville, Oakville, Hamilton, Burlington, Niagara-on-the-Lake, Niagara Falls, City, Port Erie, Hanover, Port Elgin, but those cities going to get Oshawa, Uxbridge. Those cities are going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So let's do it again. So Miss Long Point in London actually. So London is 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Long Point is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. So most of Southern Ontario, not gonna talk about it. So let's next hour. So Whiteton, Owenside, Hope Bay, Collingwood, Palm Beach, Sunny Beach, Solid Bay, Midland, Orla, Hanover, Port Elgin. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall or just rain. So including Orilla's done actually. Orilla is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So let's look at a heavier and warmer, not warmer actually. So Scarborough, Stouffville, downtown Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Mississauga, Brampton, Orangeville, Oakville, Hamilton, Burlington, Niagara-on-the-Lake, Niagara Falls, City Point, Erie, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Quebec, Peterborough, Belleville, Barrie, Georginia, Beverly, Isles. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including London. So Long Point is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's say London again. So London is gonna be 2.5 millimeters of rainfall, including parts of Toronto, Hamilton, Burlington, Oakville, Niagara, and Lake Niagara Falls City, Fort Erie, Barrie, Georginia, Beverly Isles, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Quebec, Peterborough, Belleville. Those cities are going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. So that's a corrected answer. So corrected precipitation amount. So next hour. So 7 a.m. I said it twice because to make sure it's correct. So Collingwood, Palm Beach, Midland, Orilla, Barrie, Scarborough, Stouffville, downtown Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Mississauga, Brampton, Orangeville, Oakville, Hamilton, Burlington, Niagara-on-the-Lake, Niagara Falls, City Fort Erie, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Cobourg, Peterborough, Belleville. Tho- Those cities are gonna get some Port Elgin. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So now we can use the heavier precipitation. So Georgia, Beverly, Isles is going only two cities going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. So next 1 p.m. So let's do the heavier precipitation. So Lionshead, Obi, Brighton, Owenson, Port Elgin, Hanover, Collingwood, Palm Beach, Turn Beach, Midland, Orilla. Those cities are gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Now we could use lighter or heavier. This is too heavier. There's only one city, so 6.25 millimeters of rainfall is in Salt Lake Bay. So now we can use heavier, lighter precipitation. So London, Hamilton, Burlington, Oakville, Mississauga, Brampton, Orangeville, down to Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Scarborough, Stouffville, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Cobourg, Peterborough, Belleville, Niagara-on-the-Lake, Niagara Falls City, London. Those cities are Port Erie. Those cities are gonna get some Barrie, Georgia, Beverly Hills. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So next hour, 7 p.m. So snowfall in southwestern Ontario, not southwestern. It's going west Ontario, west of southern Ontario actually. So, but doesn't mean like it's gonna be like also part of like this borderline west and then north, central actually. That doesn't mean like that. So Lionshead, Obi, Whiteton, Owen Sound, Collingwood, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Southern Bay, Midland, Barrie, Georgia, Beverly Isles, Stouffville, Newmarket, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Cobourg, Peterborough, Belleville, Niagara Falls City, Fort Erie. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Ignore the extra lines. So that's too heavy precipitation. So Aurora, only one is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Actually, two. Let's do Aurora again. This one city. So Aurora is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Long Point is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. This take minutes. So within the Port Elgin Hanover. So Port Elgin Hanover is gonna be 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, but Port Elgin is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall also actually. So next hour, 7 a.m. Snowfall in most of southern Ontario. So Lionshead, Obi, Wyerton, Collingwood, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Midland, Orilla, not Orilla, Barrie, Georgia, Beverly Isles, ignore London, Long Point, Fort Erie. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall, including Orangeville. So now we could do warmer and wetter, even heavier too. Not heavier, but so warmer. Right? So Belleville, South Island is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Solid Bay is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. So Port Elgin, that's corrected, is gonna be 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. Hano is gonna get some. I'm not gonna talk about that. So Orilla is actually gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So let's do 1 p.m. So Whiteton or in sunlight, said or be Thunder Beach, Palm Beach, Salt Lake Bay, Barrie, Georgia, Beverly Isles, Hanover, those cities, London. So Long Point, those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. That's the first round. So I need to do the second round. So Hamilton, Oakville, Burlington, Mississauga, Brampton, Orangeville, down to Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Scarborough, Stouffville, also sees nothing, so Uxbridge, Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So, am I missing something? So, Palm Beach is gonna get some 2. So, Palm Beach, Aurora is gonna get, Port Elgin is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of snowfall, and Collingwood is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So, let's look at the next hour. 7 p.m. So, like I said, Obey, Whiteham, Owen Sound, gonna start again. Collingwood, Barrie, Georginia, Beverly Isles, Hanover, Port Elgin doesn't count actually. So Peterborough is to Niagara on the Lake, London. So Hamilton, Burlington, Oakwood, Mississauga, Brampton, downtown Toronto, Richmond Hill, Scarborough, Stouffville, Newmarket, Orangeville. We see nothing actually. Oshawa. Those seasons are going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So let's look at the next heavy precipitation. Port Elgin, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, South Bay, Midland, Orilla. Those cities are going to get some 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. So next hour, 7 a.m. actually. So let's choose random heavy precipitation or light precipitation or there's no rainfall anywhere in southern Ontario, just snowfall. So London, Thunder Beach, Beverly Isles, Collingwood, those cities are gonna get some 2.5 centimeter millimeters of snowfall. So now we can use light precipitation. So line said or B, put Elgin, Hanover is the wrong place. So Hanover is Scarborough, Stouffville, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Barrie, Georginia, no, Georginia, Beverly Isles, Midland, Salt Lake Bay, Niagara on the Lake, Niagara Falls, City Fort, Erie, Long Point, Newmarket. Those cities are going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall, or snow. There's two ways to call it snowfall or snow. So 1 p.m. This is not the final hour. Only the temperature pattern is final hour. So London, Niagara on the Lake, Niagara Falls, City Fort, Erie, Newmarket, Stouffville, Scarborough, parts of actually not Scarborough. So Oshawa, Uxbridge, Georginia, Port Elgin, Hanover, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Salt Lake Bay, Midlands doesn't count. Those cities except Midland is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So now we can do heavier precipitation in North Scarborough. So Beverly Isles is gonna get some two. Collingwood, those cities are gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. Like Collingwood, Barrie, Beverly Isles, something. So nothing else. So 114 hours. So Niagara on the Lake, parts of Niagara Falls City, Port Elgin, Hanover, Collingwood, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Salt Lake Bay, Barrie, Georginia, Beverly Isles, London, Hamilton, Burlington. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall, except Georginia. So Georginia is 2.5 millimeters of snowfall actually, so doesn't count for lightest precipitation. So so let's look at the total precipitation once every 12 hours. We could do today's, there's nothing else. Let's do tomorrow's. So London, 7 millimeters of rainfall. Hamilton, 7 millimeters of rainfall. Brampton, 5. Stouffville, 5. 6. This is in Dr. Toronto. This is millimeters of rainfall per 12, every 12 hours, actually. So Scarborough, 6. Could be 5, actually. So it's actually could be 5. So 5 is in Oshawa. 5 is in Cobourg. Belleville, Peterborough, and Belleville is 4 millimeters of rainfall. Newmarket, Orangeville, Uxbridge is going to be 6 millimeters of rainfall. Niagara on the Lake is 6. Niagara Falls 7. So now we can do Hamilton is 7 millimeters of rainfall, Oakville 7 millimeters of rainfall. Burlington's Hamilton all is the same precipitation or temperature pattern. So Warrenton 1, 2, Collingwood. So now we can do Barry. Barry is going to be 2.5. Georginia is going to be those 3 millimeters of rain. Beverly is also 3 millimeters of rainfall. Orla is going to be. Let's do Orla. Orla is going to be 1.7. Not 1.7. Actually, it could be. The 1.7 is actually better Orla. So Hope's Bay is actually going to be 0.7. Lion's Head is 0.2. So Palm Beach on the beach is going to be 1.7. Salt Lake Bay is 1.7, but it's borderline. It's actually 2.3 millimeters of rainfall. It could be 0.2 millimeters difference from the actual 2.5. So no difference. So for Erie, it's going to get to 6 millimeters. 6 millimeters of rainfall. It could be 7 actually. Yeah, 7 millimeters of rainfall for Erie actually. So let's look at the next 24 hours unless we miss the city. So London is 2, everywhere Toronto is 1, Newmarket is 1, Oshawa 1, Quebec 2, Belleville 2, Niagara on the Lake is 1, Niagara Falls City is 1. So now we can do Hamilton, Burlington. So Hamilton is 0.2, Burlington is same thing, Oakville is going to be 0.7. That's the mean average of the bottom left corner of the image. So Quebec 2 is done. So Peterborough is going to be 0.7. Uxbridge is 0.7. Those cities are mean averages. So Port Erie is going to be 3. So Warrington 5, Collingwood 5, Barrie is 2.5, Georginia is going to be 1.2, but it's going to be heavier than that. So Beverly Hills is 1.2. So Orilla is going to be 7.5. Barrie is done. So Georginia is done. Beverly is done. Georginia is done. Barrie Orilla is done. So something is missing. So I did Orilla, Barrie, Beverly Isles, Georginia. So there's nothing else except like Lions Head always. So Lions Head always gonna be 5 millimeters of rainfall. Whereas Hope's Bay, so that Lions Head and Hope Bay is actually 5 millimeters of rainfall. So Bomb Beach is going to be 5 millimeters, actually 6 millimeters, actually 4 millimeters. Actually, it's going to be 4 millimeters of rainfalls in Bomb Beach. On the beach is actually it's going to be 7 millimeters. It's actually going to be 6 millimeters of rainfalls in actually 5 millimeters of rainfall in the beach. Salt Lake Bay is going to be 7.5 millimeters of rainfall. So this one city is off, 3 cities are off. So let's go to the next 24 hours. So London is going to be 0.7, Brampton 1, Toronto 2, Hamilton 2, Niagara on the Lake, something else. So let's do Scarborough. So Scarborough is going to be 1.2, 2 like heavy, that's the lightest. Heaviest in Scarborough is going to be 2.5. And lightest is actually it's going to be 0.7, but it's going to be 1.2. So Newmarket Orange was Stouffville is going to be 0.7. Beverly Isles is 0.7. Oshawa, Uxbridge, Oshawa is different. So Oshawa is going to be 1.2, Uxbridge 0.7. So Coolberg is going to be 0.2, Peterborough is going to be 0.7. So we don't usually do Port Elgin and Harvard. So Lions Head or Bay is going to be 1.7. Bomb Beach, actually skip Bomb Beach. So like Salt Lake Bay, but the beach is 5 millimeters of rainfall. And Palm Beach is actually going to be 6 millimeters of rainfall. So now we can do Orla. So Orla is going to be 6 millimeters of rainfall. Actually, 5 millimeters of rainfall in Orla. Berry is going to be close to 1.6 millimeters of rainfall. So actually 1.6. So it's not close to. So Jordania's actually is going to be the status. So this like one city left is going to be 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. So there's no Fort Erie. Niagara on the lake and slightest is actually going to be 0.7, heaviest 1.2. So unless it's near the beach, it doesn't count. So not near the beach actually. So let's do final hour 114 hours. So London 2, 3 Collingwood, 3 is Uxbridge, 2 is Oshawa, 3 is nothing. So let's do Scarborough, Pico 1 doesn't count. So Niagara on the lake is going to be 1 millimeters of rainfall. Niagara Falls City is actually going to get some 0.7, with parts of it 0.2 millimeters of rain. That's the mean average, but the actual precipitation amount is Niagara Falls City. Whole thing is going to be 0.6 to 0.7 millimeters of rain in whole most of Niagara Falls City, and little bit of Niagara Falls City is going to be 0.2. So next. There's no next hour. Let's do it again. So then the Port Elgin. So Port Elgin not usually counts. So they ignore that. So Gwyn's is 2 millimeters of rainfall. So there's no like Scarborough anywhere. I don't usually do Pickering myself. So Newmarket. So Newmarket is going to get some 0.2 millimeters of rainfall. Stowe Falls, way farther south, is going to be 0.2 millimeters of rainfall by sector. So let's look at the temperature pattern. Well, let's set up it up to 3 p.m. today. So it's easiest. So London 7, this is degrees Celsius temperature patterns. So 6 is Whitetown, 7 is in Collingwood, 8 is in Niagara on the Lake, Hamilton 8, 7 is Niagara Falls City, Brampton 7, Stouffville 5 degrees, 6 degrees in Downton Toronto, 6 degrees in Newmarket, 6 degrees, 4 degrees in Wilkes-Barre, 5 degrees in Cobourg, 5 degrees in Peterborough, 5 degrees in Belleville. So let's do final cities. So Oakville's 8 degrees, Mississauga is going to be 7 degrees, so Scarborough is going to be 5.5 degrees, but it's going to be 6 degrees actually most of the time. So for Erie, 7 degrees, I don't usually count the temperature patterns, so gonna skip that whole things. But then do Lionshead OB in those cities left. So Lionshead OB 6 degrees, Palm Beach is 7 degrees, Thunder Beach is 7 degrees, Salt Lake Bay 7 degrees, Barrie is going to be 7 degrees, Georginia is going to be 6 degrees, Orlilla 6 degrees, Beverly ISO 6 degrees. So now it's corrected. So Orange Shoal is actually 7 degrees, 7 degrees. So let's go to 8 a.m. November 25th. So 6 degrees in London, 5 degrees in Whiteham, 5 degrees in Collingwood, 6 degrees in Hamilton, Burlington, Oakville is 6 degrees also, Brampton's 4 degrees, 3 degrees in Stouffville, 6 degrees in Scarborough, no, downtown Toronto's Mississauga 6 degrees, Scarborough 6 degrees, the warmest, coldest is 4 degrees, so 4 degrees is actually in Scarborough, but 5 degrees actually, so Oshawa 5 degrees, 3 degrees in Peterborough, 5 degrees in Cobourg, 3 degrees in Belleville, Oshawa is 5 degrees, 3 degrees is in Lucasville, 3 degrees in Orange. No, Orange was 4 degrees, 3 degrees in Newmarket. Yeah, everywhere in Niagara Falls including Ginswai don't usually count for Ginswai, so it's gonna get some 7 degrees. So let's see how the video is. It's gonna take a minute. So let's look at line set OB. Line set OB. Let's do the whole bay. Line set, no, whole bay is 6 degrees. Line set is 7 degrees. So actually 6 degrees possible. So Palm Beach is actually is going to be 6 degrees. 7 degrees is in Thunder Beach. All that way is actually is going to be 5 degrees. Now we could do like Lake Cinco. So Barry is going to be 3 degrees. Georginia is going to be 4 degrees. Beverly Isles 3 degrees. Orlando 3 degrees. Actually 4 degrees is in Beverly Isles. And Beverly Isles. Orlando and Beverly Isles, those cities are actually 4 degrees. Georginia 4 degrees actually. Actually 3 degrees is Orlando and Beverly Isles. Don't need to correct it. So next 24, actually not 24 hours, next hour. So warmest hour. So Warrington, Collingwood, London, Downtown Toronto, Hamilton, Niagara Falls City, those cities are gonna get some 0 point, no, those cities are gonna get 7 degrees. Brampton 6 degrees, Toronto 5 degrees, 6 degrees in Scarborough, Newmarket is 5 degrees, Orange Walls 5 degrees, Oshawa 6 degrees, Uxbridge 5 degrees, 6 degrees in Coburg, 5 degrees is in Belleville, 6 degrees in Belleville again. So Peterborough 5 degrees, 6 degrees in Coburg. So Niagara on Lake is 8 degrees. So we could do the hardest cities. So like I said, Bay is 7 degrees. Palm Beach is going to be 6 degrees. But actually it's going to be, yeah, this 6 degrees in Palm Beach. Sunny Beach is actually 7 degrees. Salt Lake Bay is 6 degrees. So we could do Barrie now. Lake Simcoe. So Barrie is going to be like 5 degrees. Georgia 6 degrees. Orlando is going 5 degrees. Beverly so 6 degrees. So next 20 hours, 4 hours. So London is 8 degrees. Downtown Toronto, Hamilton, Burlington, Oakville, Coburg, Oshawa is going to be 8 degrees. Brampton, Stouffville, 7 degrees. Scarborough, 7 degrees. Newmarket, Orange Walls, Uxbridge, Peterborough, 6 degrees. 7 degrees in Belleville. The Mississauga and downtown Toronto has similar temperatures sometimes. So Niagara on the lake's 9 degrees. 9 degrees in Niagara Falls City. For Erie, it's going to be 9 degrees. 6 degrees in Whitehouse, 6 degrees in Collingwood. So, so let's do Lionshead Bay. So Lionshead Bay, it's going to be 6 degrees. Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, 6 degrees. Salt Lake Bay is 5 degrees. Barrie, 5 degrees. Orlella's 5 degrees. 4 degrees. 5 degrees. Georgia, 6 degrees. Beverly Isles, 6 degrees. Let's go to 3 p.m. actually. So London 5 4 Warrington 6 Collingwood 7 Hamilton River Niagara Falls is 7 degrees 9 degrees in Oshawa Peterborough is 9 degrees Belleville 9 degrees 7 degrees in Oakville. So now we can do 8 degrees 8 degrees in Stouffville Scarborough downtown Toronto everywhere in Toronto actually. So Newmarket Orangeville Uxbridge Coburg is going to be 8 degrees. So let's do harder cities. So Lion's Head of Space 5 degrees. So Palm Beach, Salt Lake Bay is going to be 6 degrees. 7 degrees in Thunder Beach. So Barrie 7 degrees. Georgia 7 degrees. Orlando 7 degrees. Beverly Hills 7 degrees. So now we can do next hour it's possible. Might skip it. So 8 a.m. So London is 0 degrees, Whitetown, Collingwood, Brampton, Stouffville, Newmarket, Oshawa, Peterborough, Niagara Falls City. Those cities are gonna be in 1 degrees. So downtown Toronto, Hamilton, Burlington, Oakville. Those cities are gonna be 1 degrees. So now we can do Niagara on the Lake. Belleville is gonna be 2 degrees, or Uxbridge is 0 degrees. Peterborough is, like I said, Coburg is gonna be 3 degrees. 2 degrees in Green's by. So now we can do harder cities. So Lions Head or Bay is going to be 1 degrees, 2 degrees in Salt Lake Bay, Thunder Beach, Palm Beach is only one is going to get some. Let's see, it's actually 2 degrees. So now we can do hardest cities. So Barrie is 1 degrees, Orlando is 1 degrees, but Beverly Isles close to 1 degrees. Well, it's going 1 degree still. So Georgia is actually 1 degrees. Actually, Beverly Isles is 1 degrees also because 1 degrees is also northeastern Lake Simcoe. So let's look at the 3 p.m. So 1 degree is in London, Brighton, 0 degrees in Collingwood, 2 degrees in Brampton, Hamilton, Burlington, Oakville, Brampton, Stouffville, 2 degrees in Peterborough, 2 degrees in Niagara Falls cities. So those cities are gonna be 2 degrees, like Hamilton, Burlington, Oakville, Brampton, Stouffville, Peterborough, Niagara Falls City. So those cities. So downtown Toronto, Scarborough is 2 degrees actually. So Mississauga is 3 degrees. I don't usually count. So Newmarket, Orangeville, Uxbridge is going to be 1 degrees. So Oshawa 3 degrees. 3 degrees is in Melbourne, Quebec. Oshawa, Quebec, 3 degrees. So Niagara on the Lake is 3 degrees. So we can do. Let's see if it's possible. So we can do harder cities. So Lions Head, Hope's Bay is 1 degrees. So Hope's Bay is going to be 1 degrees. Like Solid Bay is 1 degrees. So the beach is actually 1 degrees. So next hour. Let's do 8 a.m. This could be final hour, second final hour. So London 2 - 2. This is below freezing temperatures for Southern Ontario, most of Southern Ontario. So -2 is London, -2 Collingwood, -3 is Brighton, -2 is Brampton, Stouffville, Oshawa, Belleville. So -1 is in downtown Toronto, Newmarket, Orangeville, Uxbridge -3, -4 is Peterborough, -1 is in Belleville, Quebec actually. So Niagara Falls City is going to be -1. Now we could do Niagara on the Lake is +1. So Hamilton 0 degrees could be -1 actually. So let's see Hamilton later on. So Oakville is 0 degrees. Scarborough is gonna be 2 degrees, so it could be 2 degrees. The coldest, the warmest actually by this one. So now we can do harder cities. So let's look at Lionshead Bay. Lionshead Bay is gonna be 2 degrees by below freezing. So at the beach is -1, Salt Lake Bay is -2, Bomb Beach actually -2. So now we can do harder cities. So Barrie is -3, Georgia is -1, Orlilla is gonna be -4. Beverly Isles is -3. So if it's last, nothing's missing. So I don't nothing's missing actually. So if it's 114, oh it doesn't count. So I'll have to let's do one actually 4 p.m. So because it's under 114 hours this hour, like Friday, November 28th is under 114 hours, so I don't need to change. So skip it. So London is -2, Brighton -2, Collingwood -2, Brampton -1, Stouffville -2, Toronto is -1. We didn't do total snowfall. So Scarborough is -1, Mississauga is +1, Hamilton is +1, Niagara on the Lake is +1, Niagara Falls City is +0, -2 Sydney Market, Orangeville, Uxbridge -3, Peterborough -1, +1 is in Quebec, +1 is in Belleville. So we skip something. So Lions Head Obi it's going to be -1. Bomb Beach is actually -1. Solid Beach, Thunder Beach, Solid Beach. No, Solid Beach is something else. So actually Thunder Beach is actually 0 degrees. The Solid Beach is -1 degrees. So we get to Barrie now. So Barrie is -2. Georgia is going to be -1. Beverly Heights is -2. Orlella -3. So now we can do